Leaving the hospital without Carson, it was very surreal. It was a bright sunny day, still walking out of the hospital, and I fully expected to walk out with him, and to walk out to not have him anymore. I couldn't ever explain how that felt.
We see on TV and sometimes on social media other law firms doing what they call client testimonials, and then you see the fine print and it says, not actual client. That's not what we do at Venn Johnson Law. Today you get to meet Carly Burgess, an incredible, strong, independent single mom who tragically watched as her 10-year-old son Carson Dunn died when he was simply playing in the water at Camp Dearborn.
We were new to the area and we wanted to try it out. It looked fun, and so we packed up and we went to Camp Dearborn, and there was a floating structure in the middle of the water. If you climbed up to the top of the structure, there was a jumping point that you could jump into the water. There was only one lifeguard on the float. According to their own rules, I guess there was supposed to be 2 lifeguards at all times on the structure. I really didn't know what had happened. Nobody was communicating to me anything. I kept screaming because I was on the phone with 911, and they kept asking me what had happened, and I didn't know, and I kept screaming, what happened, and nobody would answer me. I got no response from any of the lifeguards, only from his older brother. The Oakland County Medical Examiner ended up telling me that he passed away from blunt force trauma to the chest. He had fallen and hit a ladder that was directly under the jumping point. It was actually a protruding ladder that went diagonal. It wasn't like a pool ladder that went straight down. That alone could have saved him. My dad is a lawyer and suggested that I hire somebody that would be able to handle the gravity of the situation. Venn Johnson Law seemed like the best choice because he fights against governmental immunity, and that's what we were up against. Governmental immunity means that the government isn't held responsible for their mistakes. They don't have to be held accountable simply because they are the government. As an American citizen, that does not seem fair at all, that they are not held to the same standards that all of us are, and they are supposed to be working for us. That's not justice to me. Ben Johnson and his team fought very hard for me. I was very appreciative of all the hard work that they did, and we were able to get a settlement from the city of Dearborn. It was a very hard decision for me. The worst part, of course, was losing my son and just not having him here anymore. I would trade all the money that we got from the settlement to just have him back. Had I not filed the lawsuit, I don't think I fully would have understood everything that went into that day, because Venn Johnson Law really got to the bottom of everything that happened. Venn Johnson Law was able to really get me the closure and find out what exactly it was that led to his death. It feels good knowing that it can't hurt anybody anymore. Nobody else will have to go through what I went through. My name is Carly Burgess, and Venn Johnson Law was in my corner when it was my time to fight.